Freightwaves. Now it's time to welcome our last live guest of the morning. We've got Elle Voie with us from the Women in Trucking Association. And Ellen, I'm super excited to talk to you because we're digging into the Ambassador Program, which is kind of one of the cornerstones of women in trucking.
Yeah, we are so excited. We put together this tractor trailer, and the trailer was donated by Walmart. And we have an ATS simulator in there. So it's ready to go, and the graphics on it are amazing. And so we're taking it around the country to trade shows and schools and events. And we have a new driver ambassador.
Oh, and this is exciting news. What's going on with this new driver ambassador? I'd love to hear it.
Well, so we had Kelly Lynn McLaughlin, and she was a Schneider driver and also an instructor, but she left for personal reasons. And so Schneider has given us a new driver ambassador, and her name's Kaylee McCall. I haven't even met her yet. She's just starting, but we're ready to get her going, and the schedule is going to be full this summer. Actually, the driver ambassador trailer will be at the Waupun truck show this coming weekend.
And then with that, she also has some exciting stops to the White House, to the Department of Transportation, and to really be an advocate for drivers themselves, for women drivers specifically, and also for the safety and importance of drivers on our roadways. Can you talk a little bit about kind of the role as a women in trucking driver ambassador from all of those perspectives, not only just as a liaison and as the face of women in trucking, but as really the women in the industry?
That's right. So yeah, you're right. Not only does she represent Women in Trucking Association, she will represent Schneider as well. And also all the women in the industry. She'll be the spokesperson. And we're so excited. We received an invitation from the Department of Transportation for the National Truck Driver Appreciation Week. And so we are sending Kaylee out there. And the focus for this event will be on seatbelts. And so they said, we want her to have a compelling story. And I said, well, guess what? Kaylee's got 4 children. So seatbelts, I'm sure, are a very important part of her life. So that will be her compelling story, is keeping not only her family safe, but everyone on the road safe. So she is the voice and the face of our driver ambassador program.
And Ellen, for those that may not be familiar, can you give us a quick backdrop of the driver ambassador program?
Sure. So the intent of the driver ambassador program is to introduce people to careers in trucking. In the trailer, when you walk in the trailer, first of all, you'll see a very hands-on learning environment. You'll see a lot of touch screens. There are questions like, do I have the DNA to be a driver? What other careers are there in the trucking industry? Another question we have is, what are the myths about trucking? And so you can take these quizzes, and then we have clothing that female drivers wear that are specific for women. Juno Jones Shoes has steel-toed shoes for women, and Safety for Her has safety clothing, and then Dovetail has workwear for women. And then in the back, or actually I guess it would be the front of the trailer, is the simulator from ATS. And we are so excited. I mean, this simulator is the highlight. And even Robin Hutchinson, our new FMCSA, our acting FMCSA administrator, spent quite a bit of time playing on the simulator and learning about what a driver experiences during the day. So lots of stuff on the inside, and really the outside is the most amazing graphic. It's a superhero female driver with her hand on a steering wheel, and it's just, you have to see it to believe it.
I think that the Women in Trucking Driver Ambassador Program is one of those things that is one of my favorite programs in the industry, because it does that legwork of showing that everybody is capable of being a driver and everybody is capable of providing a really valuable asset to the industry. Can you talk a little bit about how one gets into the ambassador program, maybe from the entrance to the selection process, and what it takes to be not only a representative of women in trucking, but that top level representative for the industry?
That's a great question. The person has to be very articulate. They have to have a very safe driving record. And we work with Schneider because they actually wrap a tractor to pull the trailer. But we are looking for more companies that can provide a driver ambassador. And a female driver, we want it to be a female driver so that she can share her story, and other women will see her doing this job and say, wow, I hadn't thought about that. So we are looking for more driver ambassadors because Kaylee works for Schneider. So she still is an active driver at Schneider. We get her 1 week a month. So we could actually use probably 3 more driver ambassadors. If anyone out there wants to have a driver out there pulling our trailer, we could really use some more.
And Ella, one of the things you mentioned was the trailer, and I've seen it, and it's absolutely amazing. If I'm correct, the name of the trailer is Whitney. Is that right?
That's correct. We actually had a contest, and women in trucking we call WIT. So the trailer's name is Whitney, which was natural. So yeah, it was a contest, and that received the most votes.
And when we're looking for Whitney, is there a way that we can kind of track her down?
Yes, actually, if you go to our website, we actually have a drop-down box about the driver ambassador. And if somebody wants to order or have the tractor trailer or trailer, I should say, at their facility, like we were at JB Hunt a couple weeks ago. We also went to the Truck Driving Championships in Arkansas. They can just go to our website, womenintrucking.org. There's a drop box to just click on to get information. There's questions on there like, can I have Whitney come to my organization? How much advance notice do I need? What kind of occasions can Whitney be booked? And of course, as a nonprofit, we always can use funding for people to help us pay to pull Whitney around the country.
And so, Ellen, I'm going to ask you, I don't know if you've got your calendar on hand, but we've got a pretty big event coming up the start of November. Do you think that we could be seeing Whitney on the streets of Chattanooga down here for the Future Freight Festival for F3?
You know what? Let's try. I don't know why not. In fact, I believe Whitney will be in Birmingham next week at an event at McLeod. So all we have to do is get her on the schedule.
There you go. I'm gonna do that right after the show. I'll go put in that request and see if we can get Women in Trucking and Whitney here for F3, because I think that that's something super important for us here in Chattanooga. Of course, we've got the huge freight history, and we've got a ton of female presence in the logistics industry, everywhere from brokerage to the carriers that are based here. And I think that it's important to showcase that as well here in our streets in the heart of Freight Alley. So I'm going to ask you, Ellen, when it comes to the ambassador program, is there an event that you guys hold that you think really speaks kind of volumes to the importance of being a woman in trucking or being an ambassador? And is there an event that you think is your favorite?
Oh boy, I have to say our conference, of course, is one of my favorites because, you know, it's in Dallas in November and Whitney will be there. But the other one that is really specific to drivers is our Salute to Women Behind the Wheel. And that's at the Mid-America Trucking Show. And some exciting news. So next March, Whitney will be at the Mid-America Trucking Show again, but we will also be giving away a truck. And we'll talk more about that when I get more details. But Aero Truck Sales has donated a tractor for us to give away next year. So I think that's going to be my favorite because I love handing the keys to somebody who basically wins a late model used truck.
I'm looking forward to it, Ellen. And Kaylee, it's a great idea. We should try to get Whitney down here for F3. Ellen, you mentioned the website, of course. If people want to get in touch with you or get part of this program, how can they contact you?
womenintrucking.org. Everything's on there, and they can also just click on request more information or request to have Whitney at their event, and we'll do everything we can to make it happen.
Awesome. Well, Ellen, thanks so much for joining us this morning. This is exciting news, and we're looking forward to all the happenings and where Whitney might be throughout the country.
Thank you so much for giving us this opportunity.
Of course. And right now, we're going to go back to the woman with many talents. That is Kaylee Nix. She has our next hit of the weather.